Well, good morning. It's good to see all of y'all here today. It's good to be talking to you over the internet as well. And today what I want to do, and it's a little different than a lot of the sermons that I've done, but today I want to try to make you feel special. And I want to let you know that Jesus loves you and that God cares about you and that no matter what's going on in your life, you always have someone that has your back and that's never going to let you down, and that's Jesus. So today, I want to talk about what happens in trials, what happens in our life whenever our back's against the wall and we don't feel like anyone's on our side. So in life, we have enemies and trials. Wars are waged against us and battles are faced daily. But today I'm telling you there's someone who always has your back. There's someone that watches over you without blinking his eye. There's someone that is there to scope out the battles that are ahead in your life. And then there's someone who's there fighting with you in today's battles. So, who is this? This is God. And He'll shelter you in times of trial. He'll fight for you in times of war. And He'll love you through it all. This is the one I'm talking about. This is Jesus. This is the one who created you and loves you. He's the one who sees what you're doing. He sees where you are, and He's right there with you in the middle of it. Because I got a buddy at work, and I've talked about him before, but he's alone. He's truly alone in this world, so he thinks. So he's turned to all kinds of these substances and, about anything you can think of. And he thinks it helps him cope with life. But in all reality, it just makes him worse at what he's doing and makes him feel worse about himself, and he feels paranoid all day that people are out to get him. And that's what I want to talk to you today about. The enemy has a goal too. The enemy has a goal to make you feel like everybody's out to get you, to make you feel like God's out to get you, and to make you not trust anybody. So I want to talk to you about Psalms 91 today. And if you've got a Bible, you can flip open to it, or you can read it on your phone, or you can listen to me. So it says, "Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield." So what does this say to us? It says that there is somebody there. Even though we may feel alone, or we may feel like our back's against the wall, there is somebody there for us. And His name's Jesus, and He cares about you. So I know a lot of y'all are parents, and a lot of y'all have good parents. So I want to put this in the scope of parental guidance. So let's say that your kid is running towards the street, and they don't have a clue of the dangers involved in getting in the street. But also, let's say your kid doesn't think you're there watching for them. So they're alone in this world, and they're running towards the street. This goes against everything that I just read in Psalms 91. God is always there for you. He knows what you're doing. He knows the dangers ahead of you, and He's always watching you. So see, we keep going in this chapter, and we can find that it just gets better and better for us. So not only is someone watching over us and knows the dangers ahead, but let me tell you what He says He's going to do for you. "You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the darkness that stalks you in the nighttime, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall by your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but none will come near you. And that's what I want to talk to you today. And I really want you, if you get anything out of this message that I'm saying, is that no evil will touch you because God is your shelter. He's your hiding place. He's your refuge. He's where you can run to in times of need. Instead of feeling like you're alone, you can say, God, be with me. And you'll just find that He's all of a sudden right there. He wraps you up in His blanket, and He takes care of you. So this is what my buddy needs to understand. He needs to understand that no matter what he's going through in his life, there's a fortress, there's a refuge that he can run to. Besides drugs and alcohol, besides him gossiping and doing all the things he does to try to get close to other people to feel some sort of shelter, he needs to understand that God's already told him that 1,000 may fall at your side and 10,000 at your right hand, but none of these things will touch you. And I know in my personal life that there's been times whenever I've had struggles and I've had trials, but I always had that sense of shelter, knowing that the Holy Spirit was there for me, and that no matter what I was going through, I was going to get through it because He was with me, walking me through it. And I want to tell you a quick story. There was one time when I was like 19, and I was sitting in my room, and I was feeling the need to move forward in my life and get married and have a family. And I was really feeling bad because I didn't see a way for that to happen. So I was in my room doing my devotion. I was just praying and listening to worship music. And then all of a sudden, I heard and I said, come in. And my dad came through the door, and he was bawling. And I was shocked because I thought, why is he crying? I hope everything's okay. But in that moment, I thought, he's related to me. He somehow felt what I was feeling, and he was able to come into my room and tell me, and he told me the same thing I was wanting to know and the same thing I was looking for. He said that he had felt the Lord had told him that I was going into a new season and that I was going to find a family, I was going to find my wife. And it happened instantly. After that, 4 months later, I met my wife. 3 months later, I was married. 3 months after that, I had a baby. A year or two later, I have another baby. So when God's your shelter, you don't have to worry about the future. He's going to line it up for you. He's going to have people that step into your life and give you that affirmation and those words of encouragement when you need them. Because I didn't know at 19 what was going on. I had no clue what I was going to do. But God was saying none of these things will come near you. None of these battles, none of these hardships that you think you could face if this doesn't happen are going to come near you if you have God as your shelter. And so I want to keep reading, and I want to go on, because this chapter is all about making God your refuge, making Him your shelter. And that's my main point today. I want you to remember that. It says, if you say the Lord is my refuge and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you. No disaster will come near your tent, for He will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all ways. They will lift you up in their hands, so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. You will tread on the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. So sometimes we can make things more difficult to understand than they really are. So I'm going to keep it real simple with this passage right here. This literally means that whenever you're wrapped up in the place that I'm talking about. Earlier we were talking about getting there, but once you're wrapped up in that place of dwelling with God, you won't hurt your foot on a stone. You can tread on all the evil around, all the predators. The angels will be watching over you. Everything in your life will be totally protected. There'll be a blanket of covering over your life. And just for 1 second, I just want to show y'all like how you get there, because it's one thing to say you need to get blanketed up in Jesus, but I want to show you how to do that, because I really feel like the only thing that I need to tell you today is how to do that, how to get blanketed up in God, how to find that resting place. And it's really simple. You pursue after God with your heart, because your heart and your commitment to God is what causes that blanket to come around you. You develop that relationship where it's like a father and a son, a father and a daughter, and you become close, and then now you have that father watching you all the time. And I don't want you to think that it's super hard to do that, because I know there's been times in my life where I didn't do anything. There's been protection over me. It's something that just naturally happens with God. He wants to take care of you. He wants to watch over you and guide you through your life. And one thing, too, is that everybody's back gets up against the wall once in a while, so don't feel down that you're in a hard place, or you're in a time where you feel like you're in a rut, because God may have you in that rut for a specific purpose. Sometimes you've got to get in a jam to be thankful for the one who can put the four-wheel drive on and get you out of it. So to conclude, I want to tell you that at the end of the day, we have nothing to be afraid of when we have Jesus in our lives. Hold on to the promise of Him being your refuge and your fortress, and He'll be there for you every moment of your life, every season that you go through. Every waking minute and second, God will be there taking care of you, because no terror by night or no battle in the daytime can come against God and defeat Him. He's the Almighty. He's the one who died on the cross for you and rose in 3 days. He's the one who defeated death and broke sin's power over your life. And today you can have Him. And if you don't have Him, you can say, Jesus, come into my heart. Make me new again. Revive me. Watch over me. And He'll be there for you. God bless you.